At this funeral in South London, the ceremony reflects rituals dating back at least 150 years. Vintage cars may have replaced the Victorian horse-drawn carriage, but even that traditional transport can still be ordered from the family firm offering every service.
We have our own horses, we have our own vehicles, our own staff for absolutely everything, catering, facilities, premises. So even our own cremation cemetery.
UK undertakers run an industry worth around $2 billion a year. And for centuries, most of their clients found a final resting place in cemeteries like this one on the outskirts of London. Today, burial space in them is running out, and 70% of funerals are now cremations. But that's not all that's changing. For a start, mourners are demanding a greater say in arrangements.
It's endless now. Maybe shall we photograph this? Shall we have this link through to on the internet to somebody in South Africa who can't be here?
Funeral homes are not only incorporating new customs from incoming nationalities in this multicultural society. Mobility of populations means repatriation makes up a growing activity.
Even for repatriations that take place from the UK to any other countries in the world. So we need to know all the regulations from the embassies.
And there are other funeral fashions to follow.
More recently we've had people wanting doves released on funerals, and within the last 2 years it's become very, very popular.
The traditional ways of undertakers have been set in stone for a long while. But the signs are that the industry, as well as the social attitude towards funerals, are gradually changing. This woodland burial site caters to a growing demand for green funerals, eliminating the high carbon emissions from cremations and offering biodegradable coffin alternatives such as cardboard and wicker. Regenerating low-priced, neglected land is a win-win situation for a new breed of funeral director.
The birds come back and the wildlife comes back, and we have burials where people feel very comforted, really, in a woodland setting.
For the bereaved, the comfort can come from an unhurried ceremony with service, burial and reception in one location in beautiful surroundings. This mother found that even sceptical friends were converted when they attended her son's funeral here.
This place was so magical, if you like, that everyone who came, they just wanted to book their place straight away, and many of them have, in fact.
The death rate in the UK is falling currently, but is set to rise sharply, and in a few years, undertakers will get busier as post-war baby boomers start reaching their 80s. This group, used to having plenty of choice in life, is behind another new trend.
There are a lot of people who want to design their own service. I've arranged my own funeral. I know exactly what I want. When you've arranged as many as I have, you get very particular.
An estimated 750,000 people in the UK have followed suit, planning and paying for their funeral in advance at a price which is fixed. But it's not just finances or being in control to the end which motivates people. According to this charity, which sells around 10,000 plans a year, clients are thinking of those left behind.
Perhaps they've gone through the experience of arranging a funeral for themselves, and they know what it's like. They know that you're having to make some quite emotional arrangements at quite a traumatic time, and you're not necessarily that prepared at that time to make those arrangements.
And for a growing number of people, planning their own final send-off and easing their family's burden means peace of mind from beyond the grave.